of them want to be hovering around talking stage. Africans, Nigerians, Lagos. It's Lagos Talks 91.3 FM.
Yes.
I am in the studio with Kolawole. Kolawole is in the building.
How are you?
As always, representing to the fullest. Of course, this is the man of the people, the CEO of the people, Okey Bakassi in the building. His Royal Highness with the swag, don't forget. All right. Okay, we are here. And it's still Lagos Talks 91.3 FM. In case you can't follow us here, in case you can't catch us on radio, maybe you're in transit somewhere. Yeah, you can stay with me live on Instagram at Okey Bakassi, at Okey Bakassi. And for the sake of time, we can't go into all the usual preambles. So I'm just going to plunge into the topic today.
Jump
And
on.
the big question I'm asking this evening is, why are guys afraid to commit?
Bam.
Yes, relationship-wise. We have noticed a trend these days that the men are becoming more and more reluctant to make a commitment. So the number of weddings are beginning to decline. The number of serious relationships, just they get as it be. You understand? Everybody seems to be locked into the talking stage. This talking stage, talk. What are you people talking about? What are you talking about? I don't know. You understand?
They're getting to know each other.
Yeah. Talking stage these days now, they enter how many years? What's that? Then from there, the next thing they enter friends with benefit. From friends with benefit on a divorce. How do you go from talking stage to end of relationship? I don't even know what's going on. You understand? And the National Association of Wedding MCs are complaining.
That's
that
true.
the number of weddings are reducing.
CEO is a bona fide member of that association, so you can speak for the numbers.
No, not marry. What do you want to marry? Walk no
Speak for the numbers.
All right. So, okay. On a more serious note, we are going to open the phone lines as quickly as possible. We want to hear from all of you guys. You know, what is really going on? You know, you need to be around, because the situation report that I'm getting.
I want to set something.
Yeah, the situation report that I'm getting is that the guys are saying that the women have commercialized relationship to the extent that the whole thing has turned to buying and selling. So these days, if it is buying and selling, you want to make sure before you pay. Yeah, so you want to drive the car till you nearly knock engine before you now know whether you go buy or you don't go buy. And the women are also saying, since the guys have decided to become unserious, they too, they want to sit on the fence. They don't want to fully commit, because if you now go and commit to one person, the other people wait their side wait for they buy you designer bag while waiting. Yeah, I'm gonna say, Shebi, you have someone.
See, why are you casting them like this now?
No.
Is it that they're plenty clients?
No, because the girls are saying, if I leave my sugar daddy where they help me, come follow you now, they serious. Then bring money, you say, make we no ask you for money. You understand? That you should just be there and be doing talking and not pay money. Then I leave the person, my destiny helper. Then last you still leave me. Waiting again. That's what the ladies are saying. You understand? So I'm asking this question. So on one side, the guys are accusing the women of overbilling.
They're actually billing us a lot of times.
So fine, good enough. I get
the members of
yes. Kolawole, you have to
men association.
Kolawole, you will speak for your WhatsApp group
because men are not smiling right now.
You speak for your WhatsApp group, Kolawole.
Yeah.
So the question is, Kolawole, why are you people reluctant nowadays to commit? And I want you to be honest, because fortunately for me, if you just strolled into the studio and if he's here, and I'm going to involve her in this conversation.
Not just Ify.
Yes, KEL is also here. So I have two beautiful women in the studio. I'm going to show them. I'm going to be like, say, when I see the people where they see as people fresh. All right,
the manager.
Yes. So this conversation go down. All right, Kolawole, fire. What is going on?
According to the men in my WhatsApp group, I think, to be fair, a lot of men are just there's the character thing, but many men are very wary of the responsibility that comes with it, you know. And because of how the economy is getting crazy,
inflation
is getting worse and worse. So it's not as if they don't want to commit per se, but now it's now being worsened by this demand for money. So now like this, I got to do to the end of my life, you know. So there's that sentiment of this is gonna be so overwhelming. Am I there yet financially to be able to carry all of this? Bring money.
Wait,
you know.
So instead, now what have you guys decided?
So we decided to, you know,
the talking stage.
So we'll talk to you, you know.
Okay, so let me understand. while you're on this talking stage, are you demanding the benefits that come with relationship?
No, I mean, men are already doing the benefits now. Because as a man,
hold on now. So your day talking stage, you don't want to commit because the billing too much.
Nobody say no one commit, but circumstances.
You're holding back now. That's the men are
now why we no commit. Nobody
because
say
of
just one
economic weather.
Economy, no they smile.
You know they smile. So when they hold on,
and we feel responsible
but
for
while
our
you're
women.
waiting for economy, are you expecting any kind of bipolarization from these ladies?
Bipolarization. What do you need to define bipolarization?
Kolawole, you've been on this show. You know
This is my first time.
Kolawole, you cannot now pretend that you don't know on this. So while you're waiting, are you still expecting?
I'll wait for our public relations officer, the Single Men's Association, to answer that question.
Okay,
so
Kolawole is using style to dodge. But let me hear from the ladies now. Ify, let me start from you. Why do you think? First of all, why do you think the men are not? Because I'm sure in your own WhatsApp group, you people would have been discussing it. That look, these guys, they are no longer serious these days. Why do you think the men are no longer committing?
Okay, so
they are now commitment shy.
I'll divide the categories of men, maybe just into two.
Okay.
Right. I would say men, on one hand, are not ready to commit anymore because they're spoiled for choice.
Yeah.
What used to be a fantasy on television has now become easily attainable.
Oh, fantastic.
Because of social media.
Yeah.
Social media has
everything is on display.
The gap so much. The world has truly become a global village.
Fans only and things like that.
There you go. It's easily
You're
accessible.
very on point.
So you're spot for choice. You look left, you see one. You look the right, you see one. And then there's this other good girl somewhere in the corner. And you're just like, hey, am I ready to settle down when all of these things I have not explored
are on display?
Exactly. So I feel like gone are those days when the period where men used to explore used to be maybe this is just like a random figure.
Yeah, I can tell you, if I was in that generation, before you see lap, you go suffer.
Yes.
Before you see lap.
But now you see lap for bus stop anyway.
Before you see lap.
So it's
but not just
that
that,
it's easier for these men. That's one of the reasons why they don't want to commit, because you're spot for choice. There's just so much to explore right now. Another reason could also be that, okay, and so for some men who might say, okay, what about people that do not have money? Even because social media is in different categories. We're not even talking about the girls that probably you would see on television who maybe are living in South Africa or in the Caribbean, but now they can come to Nigeria. Even a girl that is living in Shomolu.
What do you mean by that?
No, hold on, make she land. You go get them.
No,
Speaking for the
Shomolu.
Living in Shomolu.
That's my ex-hood.
Yes. Is that your ex-hood? Sorry, don't mind.
That's why it's talking now. Well, go ahead.
A babe that's living in Shomolu, who has a banging body, is set, and because of social media, you're able to chat her up,
she market dead idea in your palm.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So like, if you have all these things in full display, commitment is the last thing
that you're thinking
on a guy's mind.
So is that possible? That is also the reason the women, because now women are opportune to see so many guys will hold it on social media. You know, the ballers, the spenders.
There you go.
You understand? Those where they pump champagne on the regular, they spray. You understand? The private jet doings. So is that also why the women are sitting on the fence? So when you see all these guys.
You know me, I'm a woman, so me, I'll be on.
Yeah, that's right.
I have to support my women.
That's
not the reason. Maybe that's what men will say is the reason. The reason that women have decided that, you know what, commitment is not really what I want is because social media has also let us understand that men are the same everywhere. You hear the same stories everywhere. And so you're thinking to yourself, you know, this fairy tale of, I want to find that guy, or I want that guy to find me, and then he will sweep me off my feet, he will pursue me, and we will live happily ever after, may not necessarily be reality. Because you hear one woman in the US, you hear another woman in South Africa, you hear
complain of the same thing.
It's the same thing. So you're wondering, am I going to now be dulling and doing the same thing that women have been doing and making that same mistake over and over again? So in my own defense, or in women's defense, the reason why they're not trying to commit is not because they are also spot for choice, or they want this baller and that
It's
baller
like a
is because they're
combination.
trying to protect their hearts.
Yeah.
The
Because
men.
they know.
So men no get hurt like
They
this.
don't. I don't think.
That's not even true.
Without the
Kolawole,
stories.
you're here now. Thank God somebody's here to defend the guys.
Without the stories.
Yes. Okay.
So it's the
Kel,
guys.
you're here.
So Kel is
Yeah,
here. Let me
Kel,
have
you're
one, Kel.
here. You have had if he has done a
Don't
good
support her.
representation. Yeah. No, she's going to add her own perspective.
Uh-huh.
So as to why men are not getting committed, more frequently, honestly, I can't answer that. But what I can respond to is the billing aspect that they speak of. First of all, there are some men who are making 70K per month, and they're asking you for 5K, and they're complaining about billing. My friend, will you calm down? Nobody's trying to take 70K. Secondly, like if you said you see a good girl, you see a woman who has her stuff together, working for her money, she's responsible, she's this and that. But no, you want to go and follow that body that is flashing dollars on her Snapchat because you want a bad girl.
No, there are different girls for different things, but okay. Finish it.
That's the thing. Why is it that is the one that is? See, look, we all have to be honest with each other.
Okay.
There are men that are out of your league. There are women that are out of your league.
Yeah,
I don't know. There's
true,
no man
true.
that is out of my league.
True.
But we have those.
You said there's no man that is out of your league.
No at all.
Okay. I like that. I like that confidence.
Men are
It's
listening.
okay.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
Men
okay.
be timber and caliber.
It's okay to be called that
That's
confident.
actual and
I like that.
factual. That's
I
my
don't like
life.
that.
But
What do you call your dog? Let me the answer.
why are you going to chase after somebody who's clearly materialistic? Because what points are you trying to prove?
Anyone going to chase that kind of anyone going to chase that kind of
Exactly.
girl,
Yeah.
anyone going for that kind of girl.
Okay, so you ladies,
Has the-
hold
has
on
the
to
muscle.
your viewpoint. There, Kolawole is here now.
Any girl,
Kolawole,
any
yeah.
guy going after like a body that is flashing this and that, he's going there because he sees it as like a commodity. He wants to go there and entertain himself.
Then why you complain
I'm
when
not trying
she's
to
billing
talk
you?
down on a woman. A woman shouldn't be a commodity. But if you're beginning to splash or show that you're all about the material stuff, then it's all about the cash. How much cash do you have to bring to the table? But I think personally, the reason why a lot of men are not committing to women is also perhaps from the woman's point of view. Now we're in an age where women are now more career oriented. So being a career person means that you are focused on elevating yourself in your career. You probably going to get promoted at work, get more money and all of that. And that's kind of like in a way putting you out of the rest, the average woman. And if you are a typical woman who is hypergamous, you want to get settled with someone that is higher than you in status and finance, then your pool is getting smaller and smaller.
Yes.
So a man knows that, okay, I ordinarily want to gravitate towards a woman who I'm a little bit better than, I can mentor and she can look up to me and stuff like that. So if a woman is more career oriented, our pool becomes smaller. And any man she comes across
No, but
on
it
the
shouldn't
average,
be her problem now. It's the man's
Absolutely.
problem.
no, it's not anybody's problem. It's just the way it is.
It's the man's
The
problem.
average man
Yeah.
will not just go for that with you.
Yeah,
Just
but
see
the
you as a-
average man is not for this woman.
And so I'm saying that no, it's
You
nobody's
understand?
fault really. But so
no,
the woman,
it has to be somebody's
no, but
fault.
the woman shouldn't see it as
No,
the woman shouldn't
Kolawole,
see-
something has to be somebody's
no,
fault.
see you now.
I don't
The
buy
woman
into
shouldn't see it as
Yes.
he doesn't want to commit to me.
Yes.
You're not in his league, so he's just going to see you as a friend or whatever.
Yeah, but there are people in her league.
Yeah, but they're really small, like almost like maybe like 5 or 6 people.
And often
out of the
most of them
5,
are taken.
they're like grandpas or something.
Yes.
Or
I get it.
royalties or something.
I
So
get it.
it becomes a sticky situation for such a woman. If she wants to really have family life, she's now like stuck in one limbo where she
So
can.
now, Kolawole, based on what you're saying now, you understand, because
Yeah.
if I get it, and you have valid point. Ify and KEL, they've made very, very valid points. Now, looking at all these things that we are saying, so we are saying there are high flyers amongst the women, those who are career driven or even business driven, who are working hard to take themselves somewhere in life, empower themselves, and the more they try to do that, they put themselves beyond the league of certain men.
Yeah.
Put themselves in a certain league, and in
They
that league,
thin up the pool. of
in
men.
that league, most of the people there are either taken, you understand, or they also have different ambition. You understand? So if it reduces kind of their chances of getting married, then if he's saying that a lot of you guys are spoiled for choice.
Is it
that-
really about that though?
No, but it's valid too. It's very valid, because never in the history, at least I was born and grew up pre-social media, and I know that never in the history of my adulthood I have never seen relationship being commodified like
now,
for lack of a better language, like now, because everything is on sale on social media. You understand?
So in a person will get money go.
Everything has gone mercantile. So you see everybody hawking their wares, on social
What
media.
are the ways you?
Whatever it is, you understand? Because once you flip through somebody's social media page, you can easily tell what they are selling. Yeah, from the poses they are striking constantly when they take pictures, you can tell. So now, having said all these things, what is the way forward for singles? What is the way forward? Because we know that at the end of the day, the high flyers, the underachievers, somewhere deep down in everybody, people want to produce offsprings that are like themselves.
I
You understand?
Yeah.
People want to play daddy and mommy and be able to raise young ones, mentor them, see them grow just like their parents did. And a lot of people want to do that within the confines of a family, a stable family. Father, mother, child. Yeah? All single parenthood, I don't think is something that somebody wakes up and prays that this is what I want to do. But it's a reality that you embrace when it happens. And there's no shame about it. It's something that you embrace. It happens. Because one partner could die and suddenly you're a single parent, But ideally, most people will want man meet woman, that they fall in love, have a child and all that. But with all these problems that we are highlighting now, how do we get to that point where, like before, people can look at themselves and say, okay, yes, I like money, I like flashy girl, but there are certain things that are more important than all these material things that we are eyeing.
It seems like this kind of
Can we come back to that era again? Is it possible? What can make you guys? Let me start with Ify.
Okay.
Let me start with Ify. Can we get back to that era?
I don't know if we can get back to that era, but what I know is one of the reasons why things are different is also because your palette has changed.
Yes.
And, just the way your taste buds change when maybe you explore the world, you're trying out new things, you're expanding your palette. I feel like because, like I mentioned, of social media, your palette has changed and your palette has expanded. I believe you need to identify that in itself is not realistic. When you start identifying that is not realistic, you start helping yourself to understand that the reason why I am desiring these things is because of what I've been seeing.
Yes.
If I want to actually settle down, I need to get into reality. And what is reality? The type of woman that you're looking for is there.
Yes.
But the reason why you are not attracted to her, or maybe you're not paying attention to her because of what your palette is directing you towards.
Yes.
So it's just like going on a diet.
Yes.
So you need to probably start that diet. Maybe based on the types of things you're seeing on social media, you need to start with that.
Guys, you are listening now. That is why Kolawole. I've heard with the women's side.
So I think a lot of people, I think I mentioned it to Ify before, like we need to manage our expectation. And when people hear manage your expectation, people quickly get defensive and say, oh, you're making me reduce my expectation and my standards and stuff like that. But the truth is that I've come to realize as I grow older, I've realized that it's not really love that makes you settle down with someone forever.
Yes.
And it's not what sustains it.
Yes, I said it here on the show once that love is not enough.
So, in times past, people used to get betrothed to people and then they fall in love along the line, or they don't even fall in love, whatever happens.
Yeah, but they find a way to just
cohabit. So,
yes.
A lot of people should begin to see marriage as you both agreeing to manage your expectations and
as a joint responsibility.
So you adopt yourselves as life partners.
Yes.
Nobody's perfect.
Partnership.
But you tweak things here and there to at least accommodate yourself.
Yes.
So I think at the point we are right now, it's hard to go back to what it was. But if we can easily reimagine what worked for our grandparents, when they were not too exposed to a lot of things, and then they had this, mentality of let's start from somewhere and build together. And this gender role thing also is a big confusion, because many people would be like, I'm the man, you are the woman, you should listen to me, blah, blah, blah. There are ways, people don't know how people sustain their relationships. There are things that people do, they compromise here and there and make things work.
Okay, fantastic. For the sake of time, I wish we had our full number 1 hour to discuss this thing, because I know it would have helped a lot of people. It won't be good for us to round up without me from the married people point of view, given a few words.
It's even good to have a married man here.
Yeah, so from the married people point of view, yes, 25
years
this year. Yeah, that's from the married people point of view. If I'm talking to anyone who's listening here, some of the things that we did that helped us is to like you said, and like I've said on this show, love is not enough. That is one of the things that you realize in marriage. Chasing love is essential. Yeah, but the kind of love that the world has led us to understand that has to be relationship love is a mirage. Yeah, so love can be defined in a whole lot of other ways that makes it work. First of all, you must have the discipline and that personal principle to understand that if I'm going into marriage, I'm going into a partnership, like a business, that I'm bringing some skill set into this business that will help you flourish. And that whoever I'm going to pitch tent with must bring skill sets that will also help this thing flourish. It does not mean cash. It does not mean cash money. All right? In my own case, I knew that I was going to hustle. I needed somebody who could nurture and build a home while I hustle. So in my selection of a partner, it was one of my prerequisites. Who can I get that if I make 100,000 naira, I can give 70,000 naira, and that 17,000 naira will come back every day and I see it being put to use in the way the house is set up, in the way it is organized, in the way the kids are being taken care of. The kids are going to school. The home is like a place that I can come and have peace. You understand? And be energized to go out again and do more battle. And I found that person in my wife. You understand? And the moment we committed, from that date till today, she has lived and embodied that responsibility. Our home has been.
And you saw it before you tried the knot.
I saw it before. You understand? Our home has been organized. The kids have grown, gone to school. My first is doing her master's. The second is graduating this year. The last one is going into uni this year. So she has kept her own side the way I envisioned that it would be. She's kept her own. And me, I have been energized, seeing that she's not failing. I've been energized to not fail. To not fail, because for whatever they need or she needs to maintain that, I have tried my best to provide, no matter what it takes. And together we have done it. Has it been perfect? No way. We have had moments when she has looked at me in the face and said, I cannot do this anymore. I want to go. And I'll look her in the face and say, you're not going anywhere. We are still building. Don't you like this thing we are building? Can't you see where we are now from where we started? You see, so for me, I think when they say a man is supposed to be the head, the way I perceive it, I understand it, is that God has put it in a man to be the one who is going to say, this is the promised land, like Moses told the Israelites. Paint a picture of the promised land and convince the Israelites to see the good in the promised land and come with you. So when you see a woman, you have to be, as a man, leadership is being able to tell her, paint a picture of the future where she sees herself playing an important role, and where two of you collectively are going to build that dream family. And from the day she says, I sign up, I follow you, please make sure you stay on course. Make sure you're heading towards that promised land. It may take a while. The journey may be slow at some point, faster at other points, but you're heading in that direction, and she's seeing it at every stage. And you can come back in times of doubt, because even the Israelites doubted Moses. At some point, they say, where are you taking us to? We would have stayed back in Egypt, where we are sure we will eat. But you should be able to come back, take some stock again, and say, haven't you seen this? Haven't you seen that? Haven't you seen this? Is that not an indication that we are on the right course?
But see, are we losing? So I think, you mentioned key things now on the part of the men and the women. You know, and that's what really brought you and your wife together. And I think a lot of people have their own personal things that they look out for. But are we losing these values or these skill sets? To the point that people are just ignoring themselves.
No, so what has happened, like if you rightly pointed out, is that social media, with every advancement in technology, comes a lot of benefits, but a lot of problems. What the world did not envisage is the problem that will come with social media. What we all keyed into is the benefit. Big marketplace, everybody can now sell from their homes. Fantastic, is doing well. The problem we are suffering is the dilution of values, the destruction and messing up of the family unit. You understand? The loss of faith and confidence in one another. Now we are suffering to reconnect again as human beings. But you see, once we get a handle on all these things and begin to realize it, that is where faith leaders and people should do more work instead of all this wealth, because they worsen it by preaching prosperity. They are worsening it. We have to look towards the return of values. I think that is what will help.
Social media has kind of like painted a mirage as to what makes marriages or partnerships a success.
It's still constantly selling mirage.
They sell saying now everything they make us don't tolerate this, don't tolerate that. It's like almost this drive towards zero tolerance.
Yeah. So before we round up, please, I will encourage everyone. The one thing that you can do for yourself, if you're a single person who desires to find a stable relationship, please surround yourself with people who are wise. Surround yourself with wise counsel, not social media counsel, because everybody seems to be a therapist and preacher on social
Everybody
media.
knows everything.
Find individuals who their life embody what you want to become. People where they do them in practice where they see eye. You understand? Find good friends who will give you good objective advice. Surround yourself with. It really helps a lot. All right, okay. 7 has knocked on the show.
But let me just quickly sneak in some of the
please.
People who joined the conversation. Yeah. Someone is saying hello to Kel. If this isn't Kel, my personal person, strong lady, Nubisi from Shasha. This is Judge. I want to greet Ify and KEL. It's good to hear your voices. I have been dialing 911 since this conversation started for Acapella to come to the rescue for us men. Ify is correct. Because as I did like this, I still plan on traveling to Colombia and South Africa to explore beautiful women before I finally calm down to my. And I think you have a point, being sports for choice. I want to see, not that I want to date them or anything. I want to see how East African ladies are. I want to see how South African ladies are and all of that. But I think just one thing, and not every man it's not every man that has this agenda. I'm just saying. No,
you too,
I'm a law abiding. But I just think, sport for choice is one thing. But then again, if you commodify everything, men will just start seeing every woman as a commodity. And in commodity terms, you can have your options, so.
All right, wonderful people. Thank you for being part of the show today. Ify, thank you for stopping by to just join us in this conversation. We wish we can do this all the time with you. You understand? So that we can have a more robust conversation. Yes, please. We would like that.
Exactly. Please follow us. Tuesdays, you can just stop by.
If your social media handle, I'm sure most people know it.
Ify_I.
Okay.
So follow me.
Okay, follow Ify_I at Okey Bakassi at Kolawole Falodun.
They won't follow me because I'm not a woman.
No, but women will follow you. All right, wonderful people. Thank you for being part of the show. Coming up next is the world. Settle down news.
Settle down.
Settle down, people.
Excellence. This is Lagos Talks 91.3 from Nigeria's cultural melting pot.